We're the crazy ones.
Are you one of the crazy ones? Do you aspire to be a successful entrepreneur? Then what qualities must you possess to be a successful entrepreneur? This is a highly debated question. I believe it all comes down to one quality. They all know how to execute. So join me as we meet crazy people that will share the story of their entrepreneurial journey. I hope you'll be inspired. If so, please subscribe.
You ain't gonna eat that, are you?
Yeah, I am. In this episode of An American Entrepreneur, we're going to Forney, Texas to meet up with a guy who started doing auto tint work out of the garage of the family home. Now, he just recently moved into a commercial space and has expanded into not only doing auto tint, but auto glass replacement and residential window tinting as well. So come on and check him out. Hey Alfredo, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, thanks for letting us come out and give us a tour of your business and tell us a little bit about your journey. Introduce yourself real quick here.
Well, my name is Alfredo Garcia. I'm the owner of Precision Auto Tint and Glass. And today I'm going to be showing y'all around, of course.
All right, show us around here.
All right, so I got this little waiting area right here where usually the customers will wait to get their vehicle tinted, of course. And then we got some waters over there. And then over here, we usually pull in the vehicles right here in the center. And then we start getting the stuff prepped and everything, and we start talking to the customers to see what they would want. And then over here we got our films examples. So we got the standard tint, the ceramic tint, and the windshield tint. And of course we would talk to the customers depending on what they're looking to spend, how much heat they're wanting to make sure that doesn't come in the car and everything. Then we just show them a little display right here. And basically this display right here is going to show you the different heat rejections. So this window right here is going to have no tint. This one's going to have the standard tint, the ceramic tint, and the windshield tint. And basically the customer will put their hand right here and they will see how less hot it is with the tint already on the window. And then they will go based off of that. And
That's
then,
really cool, I like that.
Oh yeah. This really does help when it comes to the window tint business. You want to make sure that you show a little display just for the customer has an idea, for they can feel how their window's going to be and everything. Then over here, we got this GraphTech plotter, and basically this what does all the magic. This basically we put in the year, make, and model on our laptop, and basically this machine is going to cut out every single window for that vehicle that we need.
Probably with very, very little waste too, huh?
Oh yeah. So with this, it's going to save us a lot of waste. Depending on the size of the window, we're going to be saving a lot of film because then we get to rearrange it in the software.
That is really cool.
And then
you just had to throw a big piece up there and cut it out, didn't you?
Yeah, I used to. That's basically how I learned. You kind of want to make sure the cuts are always precise. I know some windows are a little bit harder to cut. So now since we got the plotters in, it makes sure that every cut is precise.
And I guess you had to buy a special software, obviously.
Yeah.
Is it a subscription software or is it just a one-time buy and that's it?
So it is like a subscription. We do have a contract with Lumar Films, and basically they provided us with like a software, and we do pay monthly on it, but it does really help out a lot.
Is that just exclusively through Lumar?
Yeah, it is exclusively through Lumar. And then over here we got basically all of our tools that we need to get for the window tint and the residential tint. We try to keep everything pretty organized where we can get to it pretty quick. Then of course we got a little restroom over here. Following that, we got my office over here. That's where we do all the paperwork and stuff. And then coming around here, we just got this little rack right here. Basically, we do auto glass replacement mobile all around the DFW area. And basically, once we get the glass ordered, we usually put the glass right here. Then our glass tech will take it first thing in the morning and get the jobs done. And then over here, we just keep all of our material, paper towel and everything, where we can just grab it and go, just to make things a little bit quicker.
It's really cool. What are these red things right here with the glass on it? What are these for?
So basically, once we cut out everything from the plotter, from the machine, we go straight from the plotter and we put the film right here. And basically this is gonna help us set the film, cut the excess off, and then start prepping the vehicle. Once we finish prepping the vehicle, we will take the film from here, then we go straight to the vehicle and get it all tinted.
This looks like you made it yourself, I guess.
Yeah, so we did make this all homemade. I know online you can buy something similar to this and it can run you a good amount of money, but we just got some wood, we found some glass off Facebook Market, and we just put everything together.
How much money did you save approximately?
I'm thinking around probably like $800 we probably saved on each one from buying it online and to just making it at home.
This is probably better than what you could buy.
Oh
It
yeah,
looks very sturdy, I like it. Yeah, I like that. Well, you save money, that's what you got to do.
for sure.
So how many cars can you do in here?
So basically we can do about 1 to 2 cars in here, and we usually try to do just one, but if we have a busy day we try to fit 2 cars in just to get the jobs done pretty quick, and it gives it a good amount of space for each vehicle.
It's really cool. I like your space. I like the way you're pretty small, but you're real lean. You only have exactly what you need, no waste.
Oh yeah, you really don't want to be wasting a lot of space when it comes to buying the shop. You want to kind of know what you're going to be using everything for, just where you won't have extra money just being spent.
All right, it's cool.
All right, so this is a 2018 ProMaster Ram 1500 van, and basically I got this for my auto glass mobile all over the Dallas DFW. This is what we do, and basically I got my full logo right here with Precision Auto Tint and Glass. This is where we replace all the auto glass. We make sure to carry all the old glass and the new glass in here. And also when you come to the back, we also got the logo right there. And you know, when it comes to business, you want to make sure you want to stand out as much as you can, especially if you're on the road.
Who designed this logo?
So I had a buddy of mine over here in town. They actually designed this full logo for me, and they put the whole wrap and everything on it for me.
Well, give him a shout out.
It's going to be Jace Prince. It's going to be over here located in Forney. They do really good jobs. They're very local over here, but they're very good and very fast at what they do.
All right, let's see inside.
All right. So in here, this is basically where we carry all of our tools. Right here we got a broken glass that we already replaced. This is just the old glass from a vehicle we did today. And basically we make sure to carry all the stands right here, all the tools we need to replace the glass and everything. And we just try to make sure this van stays pretty loaded up with glass when it comes to starting off the week and everything.
So does this whole section here pull out?
Yeah, so this whole section actually does pull out. And this is how it looks when you pull it out. So it's just a little bit of tools right here that we use, that my glass tech has to use every time. And this actually came with the van when we bought it. All this set right here with tools, and we actually just installed this glass rack. So that glass rack is bolted down to the wood and everything, so that's not moving.
I really like your rig. Looks pretty cool.
No, yeah, it's very nice. Trying to make sure it stays pretty busy on the road. Then when you come over here, there's also another door, just for another section of tools and everything. Just another access. Then we got some more tools right here, of course. There you go. And right here we got some of the extra tools that we use to replace windshields or side glasses or anything. Trying to make sure everything stays pretty organized.
How long have you had this van?
We probably had this van for about 4 months, and every month goes by and we try to make sure to make some more improvements and everything. And this van also has a little charging generator. So we try to get all of our drills charged and everything when it comes to starting the day off. And it's basically, it's a big plus when it comes to all this.
So that Engine doesn't have to be running for that thing to be charging?
No, it does not. It's basically like a self-generator.
Okay. Well, I really like your rig. Looks cool. Is there anything else, or is this it?
This is basically it. Just basically on the road business. Every single day, there's always vehicles passing by, and they're seeing that we do window tint and everything and auto glass, and they always tend to give us a call. So this is a big plus. One thing I always learn is you always want to stand out, especially if you're always on the road.
One of the things I like about your business is not only do you do window tint, but you do glass replacement. So when you replace glass, you probably get a lot of business to also tint that glass.
Yeah, so we tend to get it quite a lot, and usually when we replace like a windshield or side glass, usually it already had tint on the previous glass. So what we offer the customer is, hey, we'll tint the window before we install the new glass, and a lot of customers tend to say yes, and it's just a big plus when it comes to the business side.
All right, Alfredo, tell us a little bit more about your business here. When did you start this business?
So I basically started working in my garage. I started in about November of last year, and I started learning how to tint from the garage, and I tried to get the gist of it, but then I ended up finding a pretty good job for learning how to do window tint and everything, and then I started working by myself fully in my garage, getting customers in and out probably in January of this year. And since January of this year, month by month, I try to improve every time, and now we're here in this shop right now.
How long did you work for this other company?
So I probably worked there for about close to a year.
Okay, so you really felt like you were really proficient enough to go out on your own. Then you went off and started doing work out of the garage of your family's home?
Yes, sir.
Is this your first business?
Yeah, it was. I gave other businesses a try, but this is really the one that stuck to me, that I was able to learn pretty good. And I did learn a good amount working at the other job, and I took all that work and started practicing on my own, doing customers at my house. And since then, every day goes by, I get better and better, and I improve my work every time.
Well, you look pretty young. So how old are you?
So I'm about 20 years old. I just turned 20. I turned 20 in January of this year, so it's been a good amount of time.
Okay, well, you're pretty young for a small business guy.
Yeah.
So how'd you come up with your name for your business?
So basically, I started detailing with a buddy of mine. We came up with the name Precision Auto Detailing. We were doing that for a bit, just trying stuff out, get side money. And I always liked the name Precision, and just because it makes you remind of being more precise and everything. So once we stopped doing that, we started going to school and everything. I started opening up my window tinting business. I was like, oh man, I really like the name Precision, so I came up with Precision Auto Tint and Glass.
Have you ever done any glass work, or do you have techs that actually do the glass work?
So I never have done glass work. I usually help out sometimes, but I do like have an employee and they work full time. And basically what they do, they work Monday through Saturday full time, and they do mobile all around the DFW area, and we just replace any type of glass for any type of vehicle.
And how many employees do you have right now?
So right now, a full-time employee, I just have one. I do have a buddy of mine that helps me out here and there for window tinting, but I am looking to hire somebody else because we just now started to do more residential tint. But for the moment, we do only have one full-time employee for auto glass.
What's your main bread and butter for this business? Is it auto tint or auto glass, or about 50-50? Just out of curiosity here.
So right now it's auto tints, because since we started that with the business Precision Auto Tint, we basically started making our income off window tinting and everything, and now we're going like 3 months into auto glass and it's starting to pick up more. But my main income is window tint, but I know in a couple months, hopefully, we start making a little bit more income in the residential and the auto glass.
So how did you first discover doing window tinting?
So I discovered it because I started looking through online. I always wanted to own some type of business in the automotive industry, just because I didn't want to be sitting in the office or anything. I'm more hands-on. And I saw window tinting. I thought it was pretty interesting. So I started calling up different companies, seeing if they can give me opportunity to work, and from there I just kind of ended up liking it, and I liked being around cars, so we just started doing window tinting.
Okay, and we're in Forney, Texas, which is what, 40 minutes kind of southeast of Dallas?
Yeah, so it's probably about like 30-40 minutes depending on the traffic, but yeah, we're pretty close to the Dallas area. Mainly we buy our glass from Dallas, so we usually stick to Dallas, around the DFW area, any cities around for the auto glass. But I know for the window tinting, we do it in shop and everything.
Well, how were you inspired to be an entrepreneur in the first place? Was there someone that inspired you? Was it your parents or aunt or uncle, or how did that begin for you?
So I just, I can't say much just because I kind of just always fell in love with the business since I was born, I guess. I always loved
Doing your own thing pretty much, huh?
Yeah, I always loved doing my own thing, making sure everything goes the right way, helping people out, and I always wanted to work on my own business. And since then, it's always inspired me to push to be an entrepreneur, to do as much as I can, and to open up my first business, of course.
Well, what's your marketing or advertising tactics? What do you use primarily to pick up new customers?
So the main things we use that helped me in the window tinting industry when I first started was Instagram and TikTok. Those were the two main things where I got all my customers from. And basically, till now, we still use Instagram and TikTok. Of course, we use Facebook, Snapchats, and other stuff. But Instagram and TikTok are our main things.
Well, how did you learn to start a business in the first place? You just went for it? I mean, tell me a little bit about that.
So I basically, I'm in school right now. I go to UNT Dallas, and I'm on my junior year right now for business accounting, and I learned a good amount from business there, and I never thought anything was impossible, so I took my shot and I took it, and I started learning day by day how to run a business. But one thing I always learned from school and many other people that are more successful than me is always ask questions. I always ask many questions from many different entrepreneurs, ask them for tips. How do you do this? How do you do that? I never try to act like I knew it all. It's always good to ask questions because not everybody knows it all. You just got to keep learning day by day.
Well, I know there's a lot of competition in auto tinting. How do you stand out from the other guys?
So one thing I tend to stand out is doing a lot of social media. We do promote that a lot, and we try to get the jobs done the same day. We never keep vehicles overnight. We do the cleanest jobs, and we try to make sure everything comes out close to 100% clean, and also comes with a lifetime warranty, which a lot of shops tend to not offer.
Okay, as far as your supplies, I guess, you said you don't use 3M.
Yeah, I don't use 3M at the moment. We do use Lumar films, and it's only because, in my preference, of course, every tent shop has their own preference, but in my preference, Lumar films does work better for me when it comes to the installation and how long it takes to cure and how long they last. So Lumar films is my favorite right now.
What are some things you've learned now that you wish you knew when you first got started that really caught you by surprise?
Man, one thing I wished I would have learned is taking your time. Trying to learn every step you take. You want to try to master it. That's one thing I struggled in the beginning. I was going a little bit too quick.
You were impatient?
Yeah, I was a little bit impatient, but then I try to slow my steps down step by step, and I try to master each one of them. And since then, it's been working out for me.
Okay, and then also just in general, as far as this industry itself, what's some advice you would give to someone that wanted to start their own window tint business?
So one advice that I would give many people that want to start, and for the people that always tend to ask me, is there are people that will learn on their own watching videos and stuff, but of course everybody learns differently. I think the best thing to do is try to find an opportunity to work at a shop and work there for a while, be loyal, be respectful, and of course, learn everything you can, as much as you can, and then start doing work on the side. And then from then, you'll start to see if you want to open up a business to that.
Okay, what are your payment methods?
So our payment methods, we do have a card machine right here.
So you do take Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and all that?
Yeah, so we usually just take any type of card and cash.
How many vans do you have?
So we do just have one van for the moment.
And that's for the auto glass, obviously.
Yeah, that's for the auto glass right now. Of course, we have other projects coming in, but yeah, we try to dedicate that van for just auto glass. We try to make sure it stays pretty clean, and we try to make it pop out a lot.
Well, what are some of your short-term plans 3 to 5 years from now? Where do you see this business going?
Man, so I'm hoping in 3 to 5 years this business can expand some more than what we're at now. I'm hoping we have multiple locations and stuff, but my main goal that I always had in mind is that I always wanted to open up some type of tinting school, an auto glass school, and to help people that won't be able to afford to go to college or anything, to give them a chance to be successful in life and learn something that can maybe inspire them to do a business or anything.
Well, I would think because you're 20 years old, was it tough or easy to get this lease? And is this a month-to-month or 1 year or 3-year lease? Tell us a little about this lease.
So with this lease, it did not require credit just because of the landlord, the relationship we had and everything. He was very nice. There are spaces like this in the DFW area. It did take me a while to find this because most places do require credit check, business check, anything like that. So there are certain places where the landlords will give you an opportunity to put your business here and do the best you can, make sure you pay your stuff on time. And there's always those opportunities that people want to give other people to make sure or to give them the chance to grow their business.
So about how many rejections did you have before you found this place?
This probably was, to be honest, my first place I tried. I have seen other places, like I said, when it comes to renting something out, some people want to start off getting the biggest shop they can, and that's really not the way to go, just because you might not be busy the first couple months because you're just starting and everything. So I kind of got something that fits to my qualifications, to what I can pay for, the space I can use. I always want to use every single space, and I got something pretty decent, and it's been working out for me.
Do you have any alliances that you work with, like body shops or insurance companies that you get a lot of business from?
Yeah, so we do have a lot of different body shops and dealerships and big corporations that we do have contracts with. Some of them are some body shops in the area, some are in Garland, and we do have some pretty big corporations in the area too.
So how did you acquire that business?
So one thing that no one had taught me is how to get contracts with big corporations or dealerships, and I basically had to learn that on my own. And one thing that I learned is you kind of got to go talk to them face to face and offer them the best that you can. Give them the best prices that you can offer and do the best jobs and the quick as you can.
Alfredo, I really appreciate you coming on this channel and sharing your story and letting us see your business here. It's been really cool, and I appreciate it a whole lot, and I know you're going to... I have no doubt Alfredo will be very successful. The fact that he knows just how important it is to stand out is a huge success factor. I see so many entrepreneurs who don't do anything to get visibility, and they wonder why they aren't growing. I hope this video added value and you enjoyed it. As always, I'm Curtis Mulberg. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.